everybody, welcome back to my channel, Benail. Today we are going to be doing some practice sheet consistencies and different size balls. This actual sheet I got off Natalie Carmona's YouTube channel website at Get Nailed 32, and I just printed it off and placed it in this plastic pocket so I could practice as I went along. So yeah, I also purchased this from AliExpress to practice life-size nails, and that way I could just wait for them to harden, throw away the acrylic, and yeah, start again. So today we are going to use this beautiful color called Blush Away, and we are just going to do some practice beads and consistencies. And I just want you to know that different size brushes will also come into play with how much liquid to powder you're going to need. But in general, this is just a rough sort of, and it does have some instructions here. However, I have seen one on the American Nails website, and it is very much like the plastic one I just showed you, but it has these little practice things on it as well as the nails, and this one just has the beads. So we're just going to do that. Now it says to dip your brush into your monomer. So let's do what it says. We're going to dip our brush into our monomer, wipe brush away from you, drag brush towards you across your polymer. Okay, so that's the bead that I got. And I'm just going to let it polymerize a little bit. And then we're going to place it there. And hopefully it won't run out of the so there we go. Let's do that again. So you place the brush into your monomer, you wipe away from you, then you put it in the powder and you drag towards you until you feel like you've got a big enough bead. Wait for it to polymerize a little bit. And then you will place it down onto your practice sheet. And see how it's not going out of the, you can still see the pink. I mean, even with this one, you can move in. But you can see that it's not running out. It's not, you know, we'll do that again. So you place it in, drag away from you. and then you place it in the powder and you drag towards you. I'm not too happy with that bead, so we'll wipe that one off. So and just let it sit there for a few seconds. And then you can place it down. Okay, so that one was a little... It's still in the circle though. Okay, so let's do a smaller bead than that. So you wipe away from here and then you drag, and then you'll get a smaller bead. You may even want to drain some of the liquid off. It's up to you. If you feel like it's going to run out, that is something that you learn by eye. So we'll try and see how I go. So yeah, that was pretty good. We'll do that one again. And see how it just perfectly sort of sits in like that. So okay, in the monomer, drag away from you, and then in the powder and drag towards you. And of course your smaller beads are usually the cuticle beads, so let's just drain a little bit of that liquid out and place that right there and wipe it off. This one ran a little bit, but if you see, we still got time to, we're not chasing it though, it's, and that's the big thing when you're learning. You don't want to be chasing a bead. It's hard enough, like to work the bead when you're not chasing it, especially when you're a beginner. Okay, now let's do one of these nails. These are like how you, well, what we call French tips now, so so you drag that towards you. I'm going to drain out some excess monomer, and I'm going to put that right here. So you want to keep your sidelines, you want to keep the acrylic within the lines that you've been given. And I'm wiping that up like that because this is going to end up being suppose it helps you sort of like learn how to do like the French tips. It's really cool actually. And then when you're done, okay, let's just do that again. Okie dokie. So, because we've got a larger bit there, so we want the second bead to be that little bit bigger. We're just going to drain some of that liquid and we're going to place our bead here. And we are going to walk the acrylic up into there. And then you just drag it down at the bottom, feather it out, and make sure you're keeping that, and then you can bring the brush backwards. And then it'll blend together beautifully. And you see how you've kept it in the side walls. And you've kept your shape. Okay, and now is the cuticle bead. So that's usually our smallest bead. So you want to have it tilted up a lot. You want to drain some of that liquid out. And you want to place it there and then walk it around and tap, 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 tap. And of course, clean anything up if you see any mess, and then blend very nicely down, gently feathering it. And this is where your apex bead usually comes in and keeps everything together. But these practice sheets are like honestly so good, especially when you're learning, because yeah, okay, we all want to just get in and, you know, build a nail, but it's not that simple. If you don't have the foundation right, then whatever you build on top of it is just gonna fall down or crumble because it's not put together properly. So I think learning this stuff is more important than sometimes, you know, like the other stuff, because if you don't know like how to create a small, medium, large bee, you know, without chasing it, or you're just wiping all this product off and virtually just painting it on, well, yeah, okay, anyone can do that. But if you really want to learn how to lay acrylic properly, these are really, really good, and they mean that you're not wasting nail tips. Like, don't get me wrong, like I have a practice hand, and I also practice shaping my tips every single day. And yes, I know that they've got all these pre-shaped tips that I can use, and I will, and I do use them. However, I still want to be able to create these shapes from nail tips, you know, and learn this stuff. So I practice it. So, yeah, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment about what you would like to see next. And yeah, I hope this has really helped you. I'll leave the link in the description below to where you can download this yourself, or you can go on AliExpress and go ahead and purchase something very similar to this lovely piece of work. And it is just made out of rubber, or so you can put it away when you're finished and then just wipe it down, and like this when they're dry. I'll show you, hang on a minute. Let's just put the lid on this. And let's just move the monomer out the way. Now, when you're finished, look what you do. Just pop, pop, and they just come off. And then you can wipe it down with some alcohol. And when you're ready to start all over again and practice, you have a clean, this one's not quite dry yet, so we'll give that a bit of a time, but you get what I'm saying. So then you've got this, which you don't have to reprint out because, you know, it's destroyed. No, you just wipe it down and you're good to go for the next. So I hope you found that helpful, as I do, and I'll see you in my next video. Spirit fingers!